Good morning from day 3. I'm trying to be quiet because there's a guy sleeping at the camp. This is the trail I'll be taking this morning, and I stayed at Yankee Paradise. You take this little trail up. You can see my little Nemo tent right there. And there's campsites behind it. But the guy's sleeping over here. And I don't want to wake him. Okay, so I'm up and out this morning. And I'm going down this, I think it's Duck Pond Trail, right there at the campground. I should hit an intersection soon. That's where I made my mistake yesterday, was that I went, sorry about that, mosquitoes are biting me and you just can't keep away from them, unfortunately. But anyway, yesterday when I came down this trail, I made the mistake of turning right. So today, at least I know I need to go straight across and hopefully get to Plum Orchard soon. So here I am at the intersection I was at yesterday. And see the main road sign? I went up that way and walked for miles. But I was supposed to take this trail over here across the road. So hopefully I'll get there soon. Well, I can't believe it, but I found it. Trail signs do not point to this place or tell exactly where it is, unless probably you're on a certain trail, I don't know. But I'm glad I found it. I'm gonna stay here for a few hours, eat a little bit, take the tour, and then go on up to Brickhill. This really is a gorgeous place. These live oaks are really something. This house is absolutely gorgeous. There's another little house behind the Plum Orchard, but it's private property and I can't go over there. But I do see an old ruin up here, some kind of cottage or something, so let's go up here and see what this is. Well, not much longer and this one will be down. But what a setting. I think I'm going to go over here and take advantage of this chair swing they have on the porch. Rest a spell till the tour starts around a couple hours from now. Well, I've been sitting here on this porch for a couple hours and the tour will start in less than an hour. It's been really nice. It's shady and I get this beautiful view of the live oak trees, and there's a little river right there. It's marshy. Met some other hikers. They're senior citizens too. They said Brickyard was Nice. So that'll be good. Yankee was infested. I hope my arms recover. I'm sure they will. It just takes time. Anyway, this is absolutely gorgeous out here. Everywhere really is beautiful.
From Dungeness. When they closed up Dungeness in the 1920s and 30s, the family divvied up and left Dungeness empty. So when it burned, it was empty. And it had been neglected for years. So the furniture is from Dungeness. We have a Tiffany-style lamp. The ingle nook is a nod to the Scottish heritage. Thomas and Andrew, their two sons, immigrated with their parents from Scotland. So they were immigrants in the United States. They earned their money through the coal, iron, and steel. And that's how they ended up here and with the funds that they had. Stamped on, so somebody spent a hell of a lot of time stamping the wall. We'll step over to the dining room and think about where I was with 22 and I had nothing. So this is a nod to Dr. Johnston. He also came from money. He moved to the island as the island doctor long before he and Nancy were married. It's Lucy's portrait above the fireplace, and that candelabra comes from Dungeness as well. I understand it takes two people to lift it. We have two more Tiffany lamps because we've got that line of credit at Tiffany. I understand it was also a very valuable silver service and, of course, silverware and that sort of thing that all came from. This is a nod to, he used this when he was in residences as a little apothecary. There's a bathroom around the corner with the, they changed out the plumbing so that he could use his elbows to turn the water on and off as he was being the doctor. In George and Martha's time, who knows what they might have used it for, perhaps a wet bar or something such as that. They call this area the gallery, and all of these items, the family, friends, visitors were invited to go out and collect whatever they found on the island, come back and show the wall, the turkey and such. The grand piano, dated 1906, but these tortoise turtle lamps are again Tiffany. And if you look underneath, the upside is absolutely gorgeous, but then you've got that shell beach pattern and color underneath. Islands such as Hunt. She was much more of a conservationist. Burning fireplace. The old style dress would have been Martha's time period, perhaps with the hoop skirt underneath. And this is a nod to Nancy, the 1920s and 30s. Yeah, and you can step off the red carpet here. We have this one-piece sink. Yep. We have a heated towel rack. Taking care of any odor. And they are in multiple bathrooms. Glass show rack underneath, toothpaste, the toothbrush holder, hooks. I mean, it's just here for convenience. Because it was a novelty to have indoor plumbing, the original plumbing was much more exposed than we might see today, such as I'm standing in front of. But yeah.
Now, is it still hooked up, Debbie?
No, not that long.
Well, you said you live upstairs,
Yeah.
so they run water just upstairs.
On that end.
That's so cool. You walk through a closet. It reminds me of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, funny how the rest of the world has evolved now to have a walk-in closet.
She might not do a video.
I know. Oh wow, how pretty.
But yeah, I've been up in Brickhill. There are like 5, 6 campsites right on the river.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Brickhill.
Yeah. Brickhill is kind of in the middle of the island, is in the middle of the woods.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Master bedroom. And I want to point out the floor pattern up here has changed, so it's 4 little boards in that square. But there are 4 nail holes in each of those boards. So again, labor intensive and such, laying this floor. The furniture here is told it was a thing for the gentlemen to be in pink back in the day, so the pink wallpaper. The ladies generally were, the bathroom we just left was blue wallpaper. The ladies were pure like the blue sky. The men were like the peacocks, wanted to be shown off and very colorful, so the men were in the pink. And it was sickly early on, whether it was MS or Parkinson's or whatever, but he had medical issues coming. He would have had multiple trunks. This, in 1898, was one of the initial bathrooms. So this was Margaret's bathroom back in the day. Come on. You see the old water closet piece up on that would have been way up high?
Yeah.
Here you also have the shampoo knob. So when she got her new larger bathroom, she wanted everything that was here in the new bathroom. Very formal in George and Margaret's day. Also, they bring it there was company approaching the front door, and the Johnston children tell us that as young kids, love the fireplace and the tile here as well. And then after that, we can have that Downton Abbey discussion because it's bedroom, bathroom, bedroom. As we go back in, we're coming down and going back in the addition. Mother-in-law was upset and said, what are you doing? What's going on? She said, well, I bought it all with my family money. She took it. It all went to auction. She went off to Europe, met an English count, married him, and they moved to Kenya, Africa, and that's where they both lived.
So these skylights were here?
Yes, they were part of the initial house.
Okay.
In the hallway here, and then there's another over here. So the
Wow.
kitchens.
Oh my gosh, this is huge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in here much.
Now I'm guessing in later time period, this kitchen would have looked different with a lot more modern appliances. In this area, I understand, we're told that there would have been 400 pieces of china.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yep, and these doors slide. There's also pocket doors here, so you can flow. So just amazing. There's some sample menus.
Sally Lunn's. Oh, Sally Lunn's. So is that, am I reading that right? Yeah, it looks like. Wasn't it Sally?
No, have you tried your icebox cookie recipe?
We've got a menu from 1910, Thanksgiving, like fuses, before fuses. So there would have been a couple of, there were a couple of these in the coal sitting there in the bin. Down that hallway, there's another furnace, there's another electrical unit, and another coal bin. The elevator here, there's an iron cable inside, which wraps around this wheel and elevator.
Oh, it's a hydraulic lift.
Hydraulic lift. So the older Johnston children tells us it sounded like coal-fired.
That's a big radiator.
Yep. Had to heat those top towel racks as well as feed the radiators throughout the house. There would have been a machine here that attached to the belt that would have made this drum turn, condense and cool the air and the water here. A sulfur dioxide process. So it was a coal, or it was meant for refrigeration. It's a refrigeration machine. And
Well, I've been on the trail for a few. And I finally got to the point where I mistakenly hiked to yesterday and had to turn around. But this time, I keep going forward. Well, hopefully I'm almost there. Done over 5 miles, good Lord. It's hot. And now I've got an obstacle in the trail up there. Can you see him? He's just standing there so pretty. I'm gonna have to move him. So I'm tired and I want to get to camp. Well, I got around the horse. He was nice enough to oblige and get off trail. Thank heaven. I am parked again, leaning up against my backpack. It's hard to tell how much mileage is left on these trails because they give no mileage anywhere. And the woman told me today when I was at Plum Orchard, they just came from Brickhill, that it was 3.6. Well, if that's the case, I got less than a half a mile, but according to the map, I'm not sure about that. It looks more like 1.5 miles or 2. And I don't know if I got that in me. Oh my gosh, there's a breeze. That feels so good. I tell you, backpacking makes you appreciate the little things. Like having cold water to drink. Taking a shower. Sleeping in your own bed. And not having bug bites on you all over day after day after day. Despite that, this is a beautiful trail and a beautiful park. So if you get the chance, you need to do it. They have a thing here called Lands and Legacy Tours. So when I get back home, I'm going to look into that. I didn't have a clue about that, or I might have taken that. They run up and down this road, going to all the key stops. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up to the African village or African settlement up there. It's just going to be too much. And I got a very long day tomorrow back to Stafford. Probably close to 8 miles or so. So I'm going to do my best to get up and get going in the morning. I'm hoping I'm going to see the sunrise. I made it to Brickyard. Thank heaven. A beautiful place. Got a lot of live oak and some palm trees. And tonight I get to listen to the water lapping up against the shore and watch the sunset. There's going to be one. This is beautiful. I'm so glad I finally made it here. I've got my tent all set up and everything inside. It's been thundering again, but last night it thundered and lightning and just barely rained at all, so I wouldn't mind getting soaked for sure. Tomorrow I hike down to Stratford. It's going to be a very long day, but I'm going to get up and go at it. So this will probably be all tonight, the end of day 3. And I could have been home playing hand and foot with my peeps. Oh well, next week. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll see you in the morning. Night. So this is my current situation. I am in a very bad windstorm. And everything in here is covered in sand. And I'm having to hold this side up because it keeps collapsing. I'm hoping it doesn't last too long to where I can go back out and straighten this out. I can't get this side zipped up because It is so off center now because of the wind. Oh well. Part of the adventure. This is taken through my screen. It really doesn't show how bad it is. It's coming in from the river over here. Pushing this side constantly in. There's a little bit of sunset after the storm. It's still breezy, but it feels so good. Sure did wash the water up on shore more. Well, it turned out all right. Can't really see the colors back there, but they're pretty. And now everything is calm. I have to get back in my tent because these no-see-ums are killing me. So I have visitors. I thought I was hearing something. The black one's behind that tree.